The best mirrorless cameras are an essential for photographers wanting to hone their craft. Mirrorless cameras have mostly replaced DSLR models, as they offer several advantages over their predecessors. As their name suggests, mirrorless cameras do not use a mirror to capture images, which makes them smaller, more lightweight, and faster than their DSLR counterparts. There are three main sensor types available on mirrorless cameras. Professional photographers are likely to favor full-frame sensors, as they provide the highest image quality, but these models can be very expensive. Hobbyists, on the other hand, may get on just fine with a crop sensor APS-C or Micro Four Thirds camera, as they tend to be considerably cheaper. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top 5 mirrorless cameras and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you, and as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. Number 5. Nikon Z9. The Nikon Z9 is Nikon's flagship full-frame mirrorless camera. It's an absolute powerhouse that is best suited to professionals who can make full use of its vast array of features. It has a heavy and chunky build with full weather sealing, meaning it can be used in temperatures as low as 10 degrees Celsius, perfect for aurora chasers or wildlife photographers who go out into the elements. This camera easily weighs 3 lbs even without a lens attached. In our Nikon Z9 review, we tried it with a range of different lenses, which took the weight up to at least 5.5 lbs. This is an important consideration for anyone who will be mounting the Nikon Z9 on a tripod or star tracker, as you'll need to check whether they can handle the payload. A comfortable extra grip is provided by the substantial battery pack, and the back of the camera boasts a huge number of function buttons. The touchscreen display is detailed and bright, but it's not as mobile for low-angle shooting as some of its rivals. What the Nikon Z9 really excels at is capturing moving subjects at speed. It has a specialist Animal AF focusing mode and excellent burst shooting capabilities, making it great for capturing fast-moving wildlife. It also has a People AF mode that is uncannily good at picking out people's eyes and faces and is able to track multiple subjects even through busy scenes. It offers high levels of customization with the ability to remap buttons and create your own shooting modes from scratch. And it has a range of connectivity options, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Ethernet, and USB-C. In the hands of a professional, there's very little this camera can't do. Number 4. Sony A7R IV. The Sony A7R IV is a full-frame camera that's surprisingly compact and lightweight, making it more portable than most in its category. It's substantial enough for a comfortable grip, with an ergonomic design that fits well in the hand. The camera's large, well-placed buttons add to its ease of use, making it a pleasure to operate, especially with the satisfying AF joystick. These thoughtful design features make the A7R IV intuitive and fast to work with, even when wearing gloves perfect for shooting astrophotography on cold nights. Performance-wise, the A7R IV boasts a powerful 61 megapixel sensor, offering one of the highest resolutions available. The image quality is stunning, and the camera also supports 4K video recording. It can shoot up to 10 continuous frames per second, though the large file sizes can lead to buffer issues during burst shooting, which may not appeal to sports photographers. However, the option to switch to a 26-megapixel APS-C mode with a 1.5x crop factor allows for longer burst sessions and compatibility with APS-C lenses. The camera's standout feature is its exceptional autofocus system, featuring Sony's real-time tracking, which recognizes eyes and faces with remarkable precision. The autofocus performance is nearly flawless, keeping subjects' eyes in focus even when they're moving. This system works on animals as well, making it ideal for pet and wildlife photography. Astrophotographers and low-light shooters will also appreciate its performance. With ISO speeds reaching up to 6400, the A7R IV's autofocus is sophisticated enough to detect when someone is wearing sunglasses, switching to face tracking for optimal results. This camera excels in both functionality and performance. Number 3. Canon EOS R5. The Canon EOS R5 is a modern mirrorless camera, borrowing design elements from Canon's DSLR models. It's bulkier and sturdier than most mirrorless cameras, featuring a right thumbstick and a rotating dial on the back for autofocus adjustments, a feature that will resonate with longtime Canon users. Despite its weighty feel, it's still lighter than traditional DSLRs. Its ergonomic design includes a top-mounted screen and a fully articulating touchscreen display on the back. Performance. Equipped with a 45 megapixel full-frame sensor, the EOS R5 delivers exceptional image quality. It can shoot uncropped 8K video in RAW format, powered by a fast processor and 5-axis in-body stabilization. During our review, we were impressed by its autofocus system, which is both fast and accurate, adeptly tracking faces, eyes, and heads. The continuous focus mode is ideal for sports and action photography. Astrophotographers will also appreciate its strong low-light performance. as it autofocuses down to 6 EV with minimal noise. The camera's new 2130 mAh battery is backward compatible with any device using the LPE6 battery, a welcome feature for many. Functionality. While the camera specs are top-notch, they may be overkill for casual users and can drain the battery quickly. However, professionals or those with bigger budgets will benefit from its dynamic range capabilities, as well as features like auto lighting optimizer and highlight tone priority, which deliver bright, well-contrasted images straight out of the camera. Number 2. Sony a7 RV, the best mirrorless cameras you could buy. In fact, it's still good enough to have a place on this list, but the a7 RV is a great second iteration, making it a very worthy upgrade. In fact, this camera is nothing short of fantastic. The improvements it makes on its predecessor are numerous, but most notable is its 4-axis multi-angle LCD screen. This makes shooting from any angle a cinch, and it displays incredible, colorful detail thanks to its 2095 Manner dot screen. We think the articulated screen will be much appreciated by astrophotographers in particular, as it makes shooting up towards the sky much easier. If we're being picky, it'd be great if the screen fit flush against the rest of the back of the camera body. That said, it does flip around so the actual screen isn't on show when it's sitting in your camera bag, making it less likely to get damaged. Performance. In our Sony a7 RV review, we noted how impressed we were with the autofocus on this camera. It's a huge improvement on the a7R IV, which already had very good autofocus. Functionality. There are 8 stops of image stabilization built into the Sony a7 RV, which is seriously impressive. However, we had mixed results when it comes to astrophotography. We had to bump the ISO up in order to shoot at the stars, which resulted in a fair bit of noise. Not altogether unexpected with a 61 LDP sensor. It's not unusable as an astro camera, as you can clean images up nicely if you've got image editing software. But it's something to bear in mind, as post-processing could take you a lot longer than you're used to. The Sony a7 RV is certainly an investment, but for the amount of tech you get, we think it's worth every cent and will last for years. If you shoot multiple disciplines, we think you'll love this camera. Number 1. Nikon Z8. The best camera overall. If you're an amateur on a budget, look away now. The Nikon Z8 isn't for you. But if you're a professional who earns their living from photography or someone with plenty of money to spend on hobbies, mirrorless cameras don't get much better than this. The Nikon Z8 combines the best features of the Nikon D850 DSLR and the flagship Nikon Z9 to deliver stellar results. Design. The Z8 has a sturdy and strong build but is still comfortable in hand, with enough grip for even larger hands. Its controls are well placed and intuitive. Though it's larger than most mirrorless cameras, it's still more compact than some competitors and light enough for prolonged use. The 4-axis tilting screen tilting both left to right and top to bottom adds great flexibility when recomposing shots, a welcome improvement from the tilting-only screens on previous professional cameras. Performance. After extensive testing, we couldn't find anything the Nikon Z8 couldn't handle. It excels in both still photography and videography, proving itself useful in everything from wedding photography to landscapes, portraits, and sporting events. Astrophotographers will appreciate the night vision mode, which uses red pixels to help with low-light navigation without causing light pollution. Its noise handling in low-light conditions is also impressive. Videographers will love its ability to shoot in N-Log, ProRes, and RAW HQ formats. Functionality. The Nikon Z8 is a standout camera with very little to criticize. One minor issue is that the screen doesn't fully articulate, which could be slightly inconvenient when shooting from tricky angles. However, this is a small complaint for a camera that is truly in a league of its own.